Hello, welcome back. Last time I finished Fractured Iridescence, and it does not feel like a silver strawberry day to me, so I think I'm moving on to Superluminary. So, continuing the Grandmaster Yellows, because that process was started a long time ago, by surprise. It's such a funny, hey, there's at least one strawberry there. Okay, so watch for that. Superluminary. Are you this one? I don't think you are. That looks like, yeah, that's drifting deep. Is this one? That's yellow. That's Belly of the Beast. That'll be the next one afterwards. Other unfilled yellow things. Way over there, way over there. Okay, so seat slightly closer. This one would be best. Is this Superluminary? I don't think so, but I'm wrong. It is. Okay. This is what it looks like? Am I remembering the right level here? Do I need to look at any more vitals before I go in here? No. Just know that there's at least one strawberry. Whoops, continue's not what I want. Yeah, this is the one with the, do not save. I want to start over. Here we go. Save erased. Okay, yeah, so... Wait, no, it's not right, so I have a super long dash that I can control. And then... What do you do with it? So I don't have a hyper or anything, but I can... Ah, right, this weird floaty dash. So right, it's like I get feather state for a moment at the end of every dash. So you want me to... You want me to do what? Wait, no, I do have a right, of course, exiting the... Okay. That. But then controlled dash at the end. So right, I do have a... The dream block refills my thing, of course. That's what it normally does. Okay. I remembered how to do things. I need a dream hyper there, so do that better. And then drift dash upwards. Yeah, so that's a new thing to get used to. I'll bet a crouch dash would do a little better, since it gives me a bit more room for... There we go. I did it without one. Okay, great. So, I've done a little bit of this room. I think I got to a checkpoint. And that's where I was standing, right? Here, that's where my save brought me. Okay, well, that shouldn't be too hard to get to. But I need to look around for secrets, because strawberries are present. Any hint of one in here? I'm getting no readings, so I'm gonna say no. Okay, so theoretically... Theoretically I've done this before. It starts me there. You want me to do a... Whoops. You want me to do a leftward dream hyper... Okay, so what's the timing on these things? Okay, leftward dream hyper. Like that. Leftward dash. Okay, right. So, routing with this in mind. Leftward dream hyper. Leftward dash that curves up. Rightward dash that dream jumps. Upright dash curves right. Bounce on the fish, explode with the fish. I remember this. So up left dash that curves straight up is one option. Straight up dash feels more reliable than rightward dream hyper. Upright dash that curves right. Okay. Not gonna remember all that, but I've looked at it once, so I should have at least some idea of what I want to do. Yeah, so yet another thing that's gonna mess with my dash directions. I'll get used to it. Oh boy. I might get used to it. I'll try. I should do a dream jump there. That'll smooth things out a little bit. I didn't, but I should. What is the angle here? Maybe I need to do it from lower, because I keep being not diagonal enough in there. Actually, no, what's happening is I'm just missing the dream hyper timing, mostly. Here we go. Wow! Okay, so most of that was right, but my dash direction was a little bit wrong up there. Okay, got the feel for it. Wow! Okay, so none of that was quite what I wanted, so I get basically one shot on the fish. That's why there's a... That's why the platform falls. Been a bit since I exercised my dream hyper muscles, and honestly, I kinda missed them. I acquired a taste for that move. It's pretty cool. Ooh, I went very high there. That's okay. No, it's gonna have to be up left, curve to... Okay, I just need to do it from the appropriate distance, which is farther than normal. Okay, right, so remember. Make sure you do the inputs in the right order. Like that. There's a very specific dream hyper gesture that I do, which is kind of different from everything else. Just ensure that I'm pressing dash distinctly before jump. Okay, so then that's a right word thingy. But yeah, I need to be really, really low there. Really, really, really low. Whoops, didn't make it. What? Oh, I curved up, I think. Oopsie. Okay. That's all fine. Okay. Be very low, curve straight up. Whoops. Dang it. Fish angle. Just, it's not quite working the way I want it to. Right inputs. Get them straight. I know how to do it, I just need to focus. That didn't work. That did. I guess I'm always too early on that follow-up dash. Right, again, I'm calibrated for normal dash distance, but this is extra long, which changes things in a weird way. That almost counted. But the hyper wasn't very hyper, it was just a regular dash. Difference between regular dash and hyper is muted here because of how extra long the regular dash is now. A little more subtle. But that was it. Ah, but I gotta curve to the right, of course. Oh, but that counted! Did that same thing happen last time? I'm unwilling to accept this. Did this exact same thing happen last time? Not sure if I literally did exactly this, but we're doing it again. That's my cursor. Take me here. I need to actually live once I'm inside the checkpoint. Being like, having just the upper right corner of my face inside is not enough. Too early. Okay. Okay. Whoops! Man, aiming for that fish, that is somehow the hardest thing in this first half of the room. Am I just aiming badly on the... Right, there was the idea of doing a dream jump right here, but I'm not doing that. Wouldn't that take me too high, though? I have too many other things to think about, so yeah, it does take me to a bad place, kinda. I could probably interrupt it, but that's too much to think about. I'll just do it the way I have been. See? Well, until then it was fine. Good. Here we go, here we go. Brr, but that Dream Hyper didn't land. Going straight up there is... I don't know. It just doesn't always... Oh, okay. I'm losing my focus. What? What? So, right, once I'm in the dream block, I don't need to steer anymore, so only worry about steering until... Yeah, that was my problem. Okay, got it. I was trying to steer while I was still in the dream block, just to ensure I was going straight upwards. As soon as I realized that my steering control stops as soon as I'm in the dream block, I was able to stop applying that upward steer, which was stopping me from getting the right direction for the Dream Hyper when I got out of the block. So making that transition could happen because I was not steering up anymore. Okay. Good, I learned something. See? Doing this again was a worthwhile endeavor. Okay, so... now... up looks like a leftward Dream Super? Does it? What about just an up left dash? Ooh, what about just a left dash and a fish super? That's possibly what it is. Left dash fish super. Upright curve to right. Just flop out and bounce, I guess. Explode. Find a way to make that work. Good luck. I don't think I'm racing that fish. I think I'm anti-racing. It needs to arrive there before I do. When I explode with it... I guess you want, like... up dash converted to up left, and then... probably Dream Hyper, get the thing up... converted to slightly upright, Dream Hyper... You might not need a Dream Hyper here. Just a regular jump and then a left dash is probably enough to get that crystal. So Dream Hyper there. Dash in there, that's the end of the rim. Okay, so, new stuff! Okay, so when do I interrupt this? Immediately? Sort of, maybe. Oh, that's uncomfortable. So yeah, the straightening out. I don't like it. Well, let's aim for the bottom of the dream block. Right, and I'm in an anti-race, so I do want to go slow. Okay, I see how to think about this. There we go. So up left converted to up. All the curves. So I want to angle my dash such that I'm entering that dream block from low, because I'll still have a little bit of upward in my dash, probably. Yeah, that was too much. I can angle much more aggressively if I'm willing to be aggressive with the change in direction. I'm a little gun-shy on that, though, because of how often I get the wrong dash direction from changing my direction after I've pressed the button. But here it's encouraging me to specifically do that for a purpose. Well, let's hope that maybe this level will be good training to permanently fix that issue. I need to wait a little longer before I do that, because again, I can curve more aggressively than I have been. Like that. Whoop! Okay, that would have been good with a Dream Hyper. Right, so I think my trajectory there is kind of constrained in such a way that I do need the Dream Hyper just to change directions. Whoa. This is so cool. Right, I'm holding the jump button the whole time, I should not. Release it now. Don't repress. Actually, yeah, only press there, briefly. Okay. So only for the fish super, then no jump held for the rest. Later. Oops. Angle wrong. Okay. Need to fix that angle somehow. I don't know how that's gonna happen. That could have been it if my Dream Typer Heiming yes, was a little better. Man, the angle, like... How long is my dash there? I might have just a lot more time to curve than I'm acting like I do. Or I might not. Well, that could have been it, but yeah, so timing a Dream Hyper under those circumstances, that's a big ask. Oh, and I am not doing it. Like, I think the last couple have been viable if my timing was anything. But it's just ground into dust by the... what comes before it. Oof. Right, remember, you cannot steer in the Dream Block. Right, yes, what I learned earlier. You can't steer in the Dream Block. As soon as the Dream Block is entered, all steering is halted. Whoa. So all steering must happen prior to that. Then, I can do whatever I want with my D-pad to get ready for the Dream Hyper. Okay. Got it. Ah, dang it. So yes, that does tell me I need a different angle than the one I'm using. Oops, whoa. I wish I had just one more dash in that area. There we go, and then I wasn't ready for the follow-up at all. What direction do I suppose that dash is? Probably upright and immediately convert to up? Then hyper? Would the opposite be better? Maybe. They might amount to the same thing. Actually, I think up converted to upright is a better deal. Okay, so up, converted to upright. As soon as you touch the Dream Block, get ready for hyper, do the hyper, and that's the whole room. Okay. What went wrong there? My angle certainly did, but why? Okay, I'm way over to the... I just feel like this doesn't take me high enough. How much control do I have? Can I do an up... I can do a diagonal dash and end up on the other diagonal, but I don't think it's what I want to do. Let's try it. Let me see if I can make that work. doesn't feel like it's the right thing. It's probably maybe possible, but it's pretty impractical in that spot. Okay, I figured out how to think of that. That was actually a fine attempt, I just wasn't ready for it to be. Wow. Again, wasn't ready. Okay, got that more or less under control. Here we go. Here we go. Now I can focus on this part. Huh! I did it! I did it! Yeah! Cool! Okay, good stuff. Oh man. Okay, so that took me a lot less time than I thought it had. I can actually peek... I'm suspicious of what I'm seeing over there. I think it's just one of those filler corners. Not an exit to the left. Okay, well let's look at another room. Touch switches are going to be involved. That says up. That's not an exit. Okay, so up is progress. Doing a full loop and then coming back up or something? Okay, so... dash get crystal, dash through dream block. That's a one-time trip because of spikes. Fascinating. So that's basically just a single crystal field, I think. I don't think I'm collecting both of those. So you want me to Dream Hyper into Ultra? Dream Hyper into Ultra Fish. Fish is gonna hit that for me. Ultra Fish, then I don't think... Well, I'm gonna hope that the fish bounce gets me all the way here, because then I need to dash up and explode this. So up converted to leftish. Explode. Down converted to down left. Down right with a jump, maybe? Get double crystal, bop fish. Fish will end up there. After bop fish, go left, do the one dash, fall down, do the second dash, explode, dash to spring, interrupt up, explode this fish, up left to curve to left, and at that point all the touch switches have happened, so left converted to up left, up with some up left, then I'm up there, okay? It's a lot of steps, but each individual one doesn't look too bad. Ooh, okay, that one is a little different from how I was imagining. So I need to straighten myself out well before I get to that somehow. Uh-oh. Okay, so yeah, time to get good at doing that. Also, of course, aim for the bottom of it. Okay, I think I worked out the angles. I think wrong. Plenty of time to readjust my D-pad. Can't be a right converted to something else. I can fall down a little bit. If that would help. I don't think it would. I could go left a little bit? That's not the worst thing. So I'm never actually getting level there. I always have still a little bit more upwardness left. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can curve to actually be flat there. Well, that didn't get me the speed I was expecting. I don't think the Dream Hyper actually happened. Yeah, my speed is all wrong. What if it's... Am I hypering? Or is that just a regular dream jump? One way or another, I'm definitely not hitting that fish in the right place. Is it actually a Dream Hyper and then just a regular fish super? I think it's gonna have to be because I'm not making this work. Well, I need to actually dash for the fish super if that's what I want to do. Whoa, right! I can curve my right, of course. That's confusing. Okay, never mind. So it's completely different from what I thought. So truncated Dream Hyper, a downright dash, converted into a fish super. Okay, yeah, that's hard. But at least I understand what I'm trying to do. Oh, aiming! Oh, I don't like the way that feels to aim. But I'll work it out. I did. Okay, that explosion didn't make it. I didn't boost. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah. So no ultra here. Dash is much later. Huh. Okay, I boosted, then that was a bad idea, so I guess I interrupt the boost downwards. Woof. Just kind of toss myself toward that fish and hope I make it in the right spot. Like that. Okay, and then interrupt. Interrupt. Okay, I'm here. Smaller dream jump. Right, so the no speed reduction from done diagonal dashes rule, of course, still applies to these extra long dashes. So yeah, I can do that pretty early. And steer into that fish. I can steer into that fish. I'm not, but I can. I mean, I'm hitting the fish, kinda, just not in the right place. Dash later. Dash later. Okay. I feel like there's probably a better solution there than a truncated Dream Hyper, because that's uncomfortable to do and weird. Ooh. No, that's not what I want. But I don't know what it is. Truncated Dream Hyper's fine. There's nothing strictly wrong with that. Of all things, this is kind of reminding me a little bit of Floating Point, just with the, like, vagueness of everything. I'm used to a higher level of precision, like, well, a more digital level of precision here. Like, you either did the right dash direction or you didn't, but here it's like, well, my curve just didn't quite turn as many degrees as I wanted it to. different kind of problem, a lot more fiddly on the execution. I mean, there is still, I pressed the wrong dash direction, like that problem is still very much present. Dash later! There. Here we go. Okay. I'm here. That's where I want to be. Okay. 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 So that's what all that is like. It'd be nice to do it at full speed, if I have an idea of the directions. After the down, curve down left, down right, jump, bounce. That's all intuitive. That's all intuitive. The upward interrupt on the springboard is a little bit less so. Yeah, and then all the rest of this is just kind of vague and hope that I can analog my way in there. Landing that bounce. That's by far the hardest part of the room for me, it seems like. Whoops! Ah, wasn't expecting to get it, but then I did. Then I dashed the wrong direction. I wonder if I could come up with a method for aiming for that fish better. Probably don't need to. Wow, that wasn't it. That was definitely not it. Ah, the making it a down diagonal dash is actually crucial because that preserves my speed, which I need. I understand. Okay. So speed preserving dash into something that manages to land a fish super. Yeah, so I either don't truncate the hyper enough or I miss this dash because I don't know how to aim it. Those are my main killers here. Or I miss with whatever I'm doing there. Ultimately, it's for the best that those tough parts are at the start. Because that's less time wasted on things that I'm having trouble doing. There we go. Should curve that a little quicker. Yes, okay. Nope. Didn't boost. Did boost, didn't curve right, dash too late. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Aww. There we go, great. Okay, so a little lower on that. Whoop. Lower. Ah! Okay, new record. I was not prepared for the follow-up. If I hadn't died there, I would have a moment later. Probably. Maybe not. Yep. Oops! Yes. Good. Whoa! Later. Didn't boost, yep, I wasn't holding. didn't boost. 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 There we go. Late. Oops. Close. That all worked. That all worked. That all worked. That didn't. I'm like almost there. Ah, fish, you're so hard to aim for. Nope. Well... okay. So I think I'm too high more often than I'm too low. So air a little lower, I guess. That's what happens. Yep. Not that much lower. Josh. Yes. 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 Low. Yeah, there we go. That felt great. Okay. Cool stuff. No watchtower here, so we're in another tutorial room. I will let this speak for itself next time. I'll see you then.